live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Passenger rail service may reconnect Rockford to Chicago. Now IDOT's looking for the public's feedback on the project.
A national shipping company prepares for the holidays. It could mean hundreds of jobs here in the state line.
And the city of Rockford caps off its annual campaign to combat hunger. This comes as the need for more donations rises at local food pantries. Good evening, I'm Amy Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Plans for passenger rail services return to Rockford keep rolling along.
The Illinois Department of Transportation is holding a meeting to answer questions about the project. Taylor Castro is there now. And Taylor, what's going on?
Field review, environmental clearances.
Eric, Mimi, I'm here at Veterans Memorial Hall here in Rockford where the meeting's underway. It's a chance for members of the community to share their opinion on the project. The proposed project would
2025 to 2027. The tentative start of service will be in 2027.
Project team members are here to answer questions. There's a presentation with signage and more information. The rail service would be the first to connect Rockford to Chicago since 1981, when there was Amtrak service. The project is funded by Rebuild Illinois and is scheduled to begin its Metro service in 2027. This is the first series of public meetings. They've already held ones in Belvedere and in Huntley. The one in Elgin will be held on Thursday.
Increased collaboration.
The stops right now are Elgin, Huntley, Belvedere, and Rockford, and then of course downtown Chicago. Hoping to most likely be into Union Station downtown in Chicago, and we'll be coordinating with the other 4 communities about location of the station and design and so on. That's going to be starting this fall.
From a systems perspective to integrate the new service.
There's also a proposed stop in Marengo under review. The meeting will be going on here until 7, so there's still time to stop by and share your feedback. If you're unable to make it, there is a website where there's project updates and ways for you to comment on the project. Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Taylor Castro. Back to you.
All right, Taylor, thanks for that live report. A Rockford man's arrested on a weapon-related offense. Last Friday, members of the Rockford Police Gang Crime and Narcotics Unit conducted a search warrant at a home on 6th Avenue. During their investigation, officers found 2 loaded guns. One was modified to be fully automatic. As a result, Knowledge Tyus was taken into custody. He's charged with unlawful possession of a machine gun, possession of a firearm without a FOID, and a probation violation. He's lodged in the Winnebago County Jail.
Police capture a Rockford woman in Pennsylvania 2 years after investigators say she shot someone in South Beloit. July 24th, 2021, South Beloit police were called to the parking lot of the Wheel Inn for shots fired. Officers learned an unknown suspect fired at least 10 shots at a car. A woman was hurt. Investigators believe Sylvia Trammell of Rockford is responsible. Police found her and took her into custody in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's waiting for extradition back to Illinois.
A local court is awarded funds to improve support services. The 17th Judicial Circuit is receiving nearly $2 million from a federal grant for a drug court program. The funding will be distributed over a period of 5 years. It will be used to expand substance use disorder treatment and recovery support services. The deputy court administrator says this funding also ensures the community is protected.
This 5-year grant is going to allow us to just show further growth among the participants themselves and their ability to have positive outcomes within the program, move on and graduate the program, and then reduce recidivism.
The 17th Judicial Circuit has been receiving competitive grant funds since 2006. Well, as we head through the evening, some areas in the state line could be under threat from severe weather.
Let's check back in with Candace to see if you will be affected. Candace.
Yeah, you know, Eric and Mimi, we've been watching some thunderstorms over the last couple of hours as they have moved across portions of northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin. Most of these have stayed under severe limits, no active severe thunderstorm warnings, which is good. And there is a low end risk for a few isolated severe thunderstorms as we hang on to that marginal risk for strong to severe weather here across northern Illinois. Current radar does show still some isolated activity showing up here a little further to the south, as most of this has been south of Rockford. We've got a few isolated cells now through Ogle County and Lee County. Each one of these individual cells will kind of need to watch, as some of them earlier this afternoon and evening did produce some very broad rotation, especially as it moved out of Lee County and then into Ogle County, forming right along kind of this old trough or old stalled out boundary attached to an area of low pressure. So you get those storms to line up just right with that, and they could show some areas of rotation. Some smaller hail has also been noted, especially with the storms here across northwest Illinois. We've been watching this as this rotates around that main low pressure system here, as that kind of works just north of Davenport. So these scattered showers and thunderstorms, they are going to continue over the next several hours. There is that risk for some isolated hail, but also funnel clouds too, up until about sunset. After that, it's the rain threat we have to be concerned with, so I'll time that out for you going into tomorrow morning, and I'll look at some drier time too, all a little later.
All right, thanks, Candace. A national shipping company looks to add more people to its workforce for the holidays. UPS announced today that it expects to hire around 1,000 seasonal employees in the Rockford area ahead of the holiday rush. Hourly pay rates begin at $21 an hour. For package handlers and driver helpers, the company is primarily hiring delivery drivers for the season. Driving jobs begin at $23 an hour. Nationally, UPS expects to hire more than 100,000 seasonal employees.
Rockford celebrates the end of its annual hunger campaign. This year's Mayor's Hunger Campaign wrapped up with a traditional breakfast at the Indoor City Market. The campaign beat its $45,000 goal. That's enough to fund the 9 pantries that make up the Greater Rockford Pantry Coalition for 1 month. Kim Adams-Bakke was also honored this morning. She retired as executive director of the Rock River Valley Pantry earlier this year.
And that is with providing you a key to the city of Rockford and just saying thank you. Thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for the way that you've done it. You've made Rockford a better place, and we are grateful for you and the service that you've provided to our community. So thank you.
Kim says she may be retired, but the work continues. The demand for food pantries has been climbing.
Drea Baroni talked with a pair of local nonprofits who work to feed those in need. And Drea, that need has been evolving.
That's right, Eric and Mimi. I spoke to some partners of the Mayor's Hunger Campaign. They told me the challenges pantries have been facing over the last few years. Pandemic, local pantries were seeing an influx of donations, but that quickly changed.
Once the pandemic started to kind of settle down, donations did kind of level off.
While the donation rate lessened after the pandemic, the need for them did not. In fact, pantries have seen a 40% increase in clients this year.
Times are tough for everybody right now, and with inflation the way it is, donations are down, and you know it's difficult for us. There's a lot of times where our shelves are kind of empty in that, so this campaign is really going to help us and all of the other pantries in our coalition that are going to benefit from it.
Not only does this campaign help pantries, but also alerts community members of the increasing need for these donations.
Certainly brings attention. Maybe somebody who's struggling and just keeps putting things on a credit card to get by and is racking up a lot of it can realize they're not the only one. Maybe it's okay if I go get help. But then it also alerts those in the community who can give to realize, like, wow, I didn't realize it was that bad. Maybe I can give a little more, or what else can I do, or can I get people together? How can I make a difference? So I think it gives the alert in several ways when the mayor helps out with what he's doing.
All the money raised in the Mayor's Hunger Campaign will be used by pantries to fill their shelves for those who are in need. Mimi and Eric.
Thanks, Drea.
President Biden makes his way to Michigan.
Up next, he joins striking auto workers ahead of Donald Trump's planned visit tomorrow.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
President Biden leaves the White House for the picket line. He joins striking auto workers in Michigan.
The president's unprecedented decision to join the picket line is a show of support for striking UAW members who've walked off the job at 3 of the country's major car manufacturers. Biden, who has proudly claimed he is pro-union, says unions made the middle class.
Heard me say it many times. Wall Street didn't build the country. The middle class built the country. Unions built the middle class. That's a fact. So let's keep going. You deserve what you've earned, and you've earned a hell of a lot more than you're getting paid now. Thank you very much.
Striking workers and UAW leaders are demanding better wages and benefits. Republican frontrunner and former President Donald Trump is also expected to visit Detroit, where he'll hold his own event tomorrow.
Severe weather is set to roll through the state line this evening.
Up next, Candace shows us what's on her radar right now and what may be coming.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
We've been keeping an eye on some thunderstorms over the last several hours where a lot of this activity has been isolated. There is a low-end risk for some of those thunderstorms to turn strong to severe. Currently, we do not have any active warnings in the immediate area, but keeping an eye on a couple of storms as these work in from the south and kind of pull more to the north, northeast, and then even to the northwest. Watching an uptick in some of the lightning here with the storm around Franklin Grove and Ashton, just crossing over Interstate 88 in northern Lee County, about ready to move into south central Ogle County. The more frequent lightning strikes does indicate that that storm is trying to strengthen just a bit. So that'll be one we'll keep an eye on. Another one here down around the Paw Paw region, moving towards the I-39 corridor, kind of lifting up to the north. We've also had a little more of an uptick in some of the lightning too. Now, the reason why we're keeping an eye on some of these thunderstorms to the south of us is because there is this stalled boundary to the south. So as these storms move along that, should they become a little rooted at the surface as far as a little rotation, they may produce some funnel clouds. We have not had any reports of that locally for us. It's been mostly some very heavy rainfall. The same can be said with the thunderstorms that are moving across sections of Joe Daviess County too. There's been some hail reported with that. And the threat for hail along with funnel clouds will stick with us over the next couple of hours as the slow moving low pressure system, you can really pick out that counterclockwise spin with that low sitting here right around Davenport as that slowly works to our south. There is not a whole lot of wind shear in the environment. So these are not supercell thunderstorms. It's because this low has cold temperatures associated with it, and we've got this boundary in place. So whenever you get this little boundary at the surface, you get converging winds. The convergent of the winds kind of increases a little bit of that low level spin or low level wind shear, and that's where one, you could get funnel clouds, and if they extend down to the ground, then it's considered a land spout. That is a threat through about sunset. Again, so far we have not had any reports. Meteorologist Joy Marino is actually out watching that cell down near Franklin Grove and says it's pretty elevated at this point, which is good, but it could also mean it's a hail producer with that too. So we'll hold on to these scattered showers and thunderstorms here. The severe threat will decrease through sunset, but then we've got kind of a heavier rain threat, not widespread, but more scattered into tonight and then into the morning tomorrow as that low sits overhead. We've got cloud cover that'll stick around. Temperatures right around 70 degrees for tomorrow. We'll dry things out, but we've got some fog that comes in, and we may even see a spotty shower or two that'll last once we get it Wednesday night into Thursday through Thursday afternoon. Additional rainfall totals around 3/4 of an inch, but where we get some heavier rainfall amounts to come down, that's where we could end up dealing with maybe totals up closer to an inch. We've got the shower as we look to the west here on our SkyTrack camera. This is down in Rochelle. You can see that heavy rain coming in there just to the west and southwest. Low 60s for tonight. We're up to 70 tomorrow. We see those numbers gradually begin to go up, and guys, I think we might have a couple days where those temperatures are in the 80s as we begin October.
It's kind of nice to start October that warm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports. The Cubs' road to the playoffs have taken them to the home of the winningest team in Major League Baseball.
And it looks like the Packers can count on a lot of sacks this season from a former first-round draft pick.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
If you would have told the Cubs in February that come this final week of the season they'd be in the playoff hunt, they would have jumped at it. Well, here they are, but the Braves wouldn't have been their first choice for an opponent in this final week. Cubs opening up a 3-game set in Atlanta this evening. The Braves are sitting on 100 wins with the best record in Major League Baseball. But they've been off their game lately. They've lost 6 of the last 10 games. They have a couple key pitchers down with injuries, Charlie Morton and Max Fried. Cubs and Braves played each other in a 3-game series in early August, and the Cubs won 2 of those games, so they're confident going into this series. Ian Happ is ready to get after it.
I mean, this is what we play for. We play this game to be able to get to the playoffs and make a run, for these fans and the people that support us all year long. Like, this is exactly what we want to do, and so to have the opportunity to, control our own destiny and play really good baseball and get in, that's all you can ask for.
Justin Steele will be on the mound tonight for the Cubs, going for his 17th win. 12-game winner Bryce Elder will pitch for the Braves. The White Sox will host the Diamondbacks tonight, so they could do the Cubs a favor by winning. And the Sox have shut down Luis Robert Jr. for the rest of the season. He has a sprained knee. If you're a Packers fan, you gotta love what you saw from Rashawn Gary last Sunday against the Saints. He had 3 sacks, helping the Pack hold the Saints to 17 points. Looks like that torn ACL last year that cut his season in half is completely behind him. He expects to keep making life miserable for quarterbacks.
One thing, that I tell myself, and one thing I'll be telling y'all is I just got to keep rushing. Everything else going to handle itself.
He been back to normal to me. Like I said, he giving 100 every snap. He been back to normal. If he not getting the sack, he in the quarterback phase. He got a hand there or something. He's one of the heartbeats of this team, man. And credit to him and how he prepares and how he works.
Last hockey season, Arvid Soderblom was leading the Ice Hogs to a first-round playoff series victory over the Iowa Wild. This season, he's likely to open with the Blackhawks, and he'll probably stick there, splitting time and goal with Peter Mazurek. At age 24, Soderblom is ready to compete at the highest level, and he feels he is ready.
This contract is a huge chance for me to prove that, and it starts right now at camp, so that's good.
How much did playing in Rockford the last couple of years really prepare you for this?
It's been great preparation for 2 years. I've had great goalie coach down there in Pete. His help, and then playing in Rockford has been great, so I feel ready for this next step.
Good luck to Arvid. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Our first Warn Interactive Radar, brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More, shows those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some we're keeping a very close eye on for 1, hail, but also 2, any rotation associated with that. That severe threat, although it's low, will stay with us through about sunset tonight. After that, we've got scattered showers that'll primarily produce some heavy rainfall. Low 60s for tonight. We're in the low 70s tomorrow with some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. We may see a few showers linger Thursday and then drying out and warming up for the weekend.
Thanks, Candace.
Stay safe.